Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting. Welcome to Tuesday Night Gold Panning Fever, episode number 91. Let me catch up on some chat. And then Eric Mills Prospecting Channel, how's it going? Charles King, Gregory Littleton, Vendetta Prospecting. I'm guessing that means you're not going to be here tonight, Vendetta, but thank you for popping in even for a second. HD Chevrolet, thank you for being here and for being a mod. Ryan C, well, glad to see you back, man. That work stuff always makes you want to do work stuff. Aiden Ruiz, how's it going? KK from the 205. Bierman's Gold Prospecting, how's it going? Chef V Prospecting, nice to see you again. Saw you earlier today. Ed Kelly, how's it going? David Simon. Donna Coran, how is it going? Thank you for being here as always. Don't think you've ever missed a show, Donna. Thank you. Jason G, how's it going, my man? CJ Hayes. William Noel, how's it going, William? Doug Odette. Who else we got here? Stephen LeBlanc. That package is in the mail. Hopefully you get it soon, Stephen. Wanda, how's it going, Wanda? Benjamin Garcia, how's it going, my man? Ryan Morrison, how's it going? All right, let me pop out chat. Ken Carbon, how's it going? All right, there we go. I think I'm all situated. Yeah, more or less. Hey, David Simon. How's it going? Hopefully everyone's having a good week. Ready to watch some panning. We're probably going to be a short show. It's a small bag of Paydirt, but it is a bag of Paydirt from Thomas907. He sent this to me a little while ago. It's been sitting on my shelf for a while. So, figured I might as well go through it tonight. You know, I was originally going to save this for my birthday bash panning, but I figure most of those I'm gonna do are gonna be giveaways or ones I bought, ones I won in giveaways. But this one he sent to me, so I figured he deserved his own little show for sending it to me. So yeah, the other Mike from the Gold Vlog, how's it going, Mike? Anthony Waite, Curtis Clancy, Mr. Minix, how's it going? Nicholas, how's it going? You're welcome, Nicholas. I don't know which video, but guess all of them. Well, except for my really old ones. Those you don't want to watch the really old ones, you know. We're just watching for a couple seconds just so you can get me some ad revenue, then quit them, you know. Shane Prothera, how's it going, man? Ed Kelly. Vendetta, thank you. I'll keep it up. Yeah, I haven't lifted weights in a while, even though I do have a bench in my bedroom with some weights. I've given up on it slightly for a while. Old Sasquatch, how's it going, Old Sasquatch? 48 years, that's impressive. Congratulations, very impressive indeed. Big Texas Prospecting, how's it going? All right, well, Thomas907 is listening, so he won't be able to hear the Paydirt in the pan, but, you know, he'll be able to hear my reaction as I'm panning. I don't know. I'm sure Thomas probably told me through Patreon or something how much gold was in here, but, you know, it was a free bag of Paydirt. If it's got 0 gold, I'll still be happy because, you know, it's a bag of Paydirt someone sent me from, you know, where they're working. So, Ken Whalen, thank you very much. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that. Keith and Wynn, AU Prospecting in the Northwest. How's it going? Thank you for being here. Thank everyone for joining the show tonight. I appreciate it. Ronnie Diggs, how's it going? Thank his wife for putting up with him. That's it. That's, you know, that's pretty much how it goes, you know. You need to find a wife that'll put up with you. That's about it, you know. Oh my, so many messages being held for review. Well, one message, that's a weird one. Yeah, that was a really nice on the, everyone should go check it out over on our Home and Zoos channel. Posted a really nice nugget somebody found. Nice big nugget, so definitely is cool. Hey, Greta Adderberg. Greta Adderg, how's it going? GP1s and more, how's it going, brother? I keep telling myself, JP, that every week I'm like, every time I see your show, because a lot of times I'm watching on my phone, so I don't really get to add any commentary, that I need to download Streamlabs so I can join your show one night. And one of these weeks I'm actually going to remember to actually do it, because I think it while it's going on, and I'm like, oh man, I need to work out how to run Streamlabs through my studio, and then I forget, and then I see your name, and I remember it again, and then I forget. Old man disease. Donna, thank you very much, Donna. I always appreciate it, Donna. I really do. You're definitely the best. Thank you. Matt Elin, how's it going? Awesome. Rebel Dog Adventure Team. Thank you for popping in. Glad you got the Tommy Knockers. That's awesome. Hopefully you enjoyed. I always like Tommy Knockers, Paydirt. You know, even though he didn't win the last battle, I don't think, just because he was, you know, had the issue, he got in a car wreck and he had the shipping issues and stuff like that. But, you know, I always enjoy his Paydirt. It's another one of his Paydirts that I wish I could review more often because I do like it. He's got a very limited, he only sells, I think, 3 different bags. The 1 gram, the 2 gram, and then I think his dirty, nasty batch. So, which is one I actually kind of want to get next. Next time I review him, that's one I'll do. Rebel Dog, thank you very much, brother. I really appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, you know, but I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who, you know, donates to the channel, is a Patreon member, or just subscribes and puts up with my ugly mug. So, just click the StreamYard link. All right. Well, I need to make sure that my camera will work, or if I need to get rid of my green screen. I just haven't ever looked at StreamYard. It's just not something I've ever used. But I'll go to one of your old ones and pull the link and see how it works. You know how, you know, you don't want me just popping up and y'all seeing the side of my head or something, you know. I don't think StreamYard, does it allow green screens? What? I just have to look and see, you know, and I'll definitely have to get some headphones so y'all don't have, I can hear what people are talking. But one of these days, before both our channels are long and gone, I will join one of your shows. Hey, Carson Prospecting, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. And Josh Ortiz, thank you for being here and being a mod tonight. I appreciate it. Well, thank you for being here, Michael. I appreciate it. SJB, how's it going? Hopefully, just trying to make sure I keep up with chat. You know, sometimes y'all go in spurts and I can't keep up. Yeah, definitely make sure you hit that like button. I'm sure YouTube takes it and sells that information to somebody. You know, maybe they'll start getting more prospecting stuff. You know, YouTube will start selling its own YouTube brand, Paydirt, if we get enough thumbs up. So, other than that, it's been a pretty normal week. Last video, what did we do last video? I don't even remember what we did the last video. So, but I do have a new video, a new equipment review coming up Saturday. So, pretty excited about that one because I originally thought I was going to have to scrap that video, but I managed to, it worked out. So, I'll have a video Saturday. I was kind of worried about that. So, but, and gold keeps dropping. I'm kind of upset about the gold. You know, even though I say all the time I like the price, I made up some Paydirt bags to sell on Patreon, but unfortunately, after I made them, gold price kind of dropped pretty significantly, and they won't have the ROI I want them to have. So now I have to wait either you have to open them all up, add more gold, and remake new bags, or I have to wait for gold to go back up. I needed about $57.50, so we need gold to go up another $1.25 or something. So hopefully it does that soon. It's been going crazy lately, up and down. So I wish it would just stay, you know, because for the longest time, you know, like when it was $40, it stayed at 40, 41, 40, 41. And then when it went up to 60, it stayed right around like 62 forever. But now it's just going crazy. Yeah. Big folks must be buying and selling and doing all kinds of weird stuff with it, you know, get it moving this much. garlic bread. I love garlic bread. My stomach really loves garlic bread. My waistline loves garlic bread. Actually, have it on my menu for when my kids come over. So it does. I mean, I've watched gold for the last 5 years on prices, and it usually doesn't fluctuate as much as it's been fluctuating now. I mean, you would get a couple pennies here or there, and then you might get a huge spike and a huge drop. But this, $3, $4 a gram swings every 5 minutes. It's just crazy. And it's bad, especially if you were a Paydirt seller, because, you make a bag and you sit there and you say, okay, this will give my customer a 75% ROI. An hour later, now they're getting a 65% ROI, Especially for companies that make them in big quantities. So then you got to start dropping prices and, doing stuff like that. And the next thing you're like, okay, website's updated. We dropped the price. Oh no, gold went back up. We got to raise prices. Hey, SRIP63, how's it going? Yeah, I mean, personally, I would love it if gold was back to about, $50. If gold stayed at $50, I think that would be a perfect price for me, not as a Paydirt seller, obviously, or someone who goes mining for gold. Those people definitely want gold at a higher price. But right now, I need it to go up a little bit so I don't have to remake all these new Paydirt bags. I can just sell them as they are and have the ROI I'm searching for. So, which is an over 100% ROI. And if prices keep going down, it's going to be under 100%. So we'll have to see. Yeah, I agree, Jason G. That's why I've always said, I think the perfect time for gold was when it was at $45, $50. Because it wasn't breaking people's banks, I remember buying 1 gram bags for $60. Now the same 1 gram bags are $85, $90, the great thing though is now we have a lot more sellers that are keeping the price down, because back in those days you would pay $60 for a 1 gram bag and you would get probably a 70% ROI, maybe 75 if you were lucky, if it was a good seller. But now we're paying $75 for 1 gram, but we're getting 85% ROI, so it's really great. Definitely the market has changed a lot for Paydirt vendors and buyers in the last couple of years. Sadly, a lot of the bad ones are still managing to hang on there. So, some of them have gone away, but some of the big ones just keep hanging on. So, a food artist. Master taster. I taste everything. I love food. I didn't see Chef V's last video. I might have gotten unsubbed. I haven't seen anything pop up in a while. I'll have to go look later. Hey, Banshee Mining. How's it going? Hopefully you're having a good day. Uncle Doug. Some with silver. Yeah, see, I'm not a big fan of silver being added to gold Paydirt. And while I know it has value, it's a lot harder to sell. Selling gold, you can put it on eBay and sell it all the time. There's a lot of, I just posted a video, and that's what the video was I posted the other day, on where to sell gold, and that's a lot easier. But silver, I probably pan as much Paydirt as anyone else, I'm panning at least 1 bag a week, and the amount of silver I get is negligible. Maybe over a course of 2 years, I might collect an ounce. That's a lot harder to sell. A lot of it's silver shot. You'll get the crystalline silver. I have a little bag of crystalline silver from last year that I got, and it's all really highly tarnished now. So, it's a lot harder to sell silver. So when somebody adds it in there, you can't really do anything with it. That's the same thing I've seen Paydirt sellers who add little diamonds. Well, it might have a value, but if you can't sell it, it's really no value. You can't leave it to your kids in your will and say, hey, one day, you got these 2 diamonds worth 85 cents, you can get rid of them. No, because they're not going to have anyone, you can't go online and say who's buying 85-cent diamonds, who's buying $4 worth of silver, So, That's one of the main reasons why I'm not a big fan of when Paydirt sellers put silver or other things in there. You can't really get rid of it. Now, coins is a different thing. Like, you know, if somebody does add silver dimes or silver nickels and things like that, that is something you can, you know, get rid of a little bit easily than silver. So that's why I think a lot of these people have website YouTube channels now where they're melting silver. They get all this silver. Best thing to do with it is melt it and make something out of it. Hey, Jeremy Gilbreth, how's it going? Doing good, doing good. Getting ready to go do some panning. Hey, Derek Sweet. I just add the silver to gold and quartering. Yeah, see, I don't melt anything. I don't, you know, dissolve anything in acid, so my silver just sits up there. Every once in a while, I send it to my kids or something. So I think the last couple batches of silver I've collected, I've pretty much always sent off to other people to melt. You know, like I think the last ones were, I'd gotten a lot of silver from a couple silver bags, and I think that was Ray's World when he used to shoot his videos. I had him melt some silver for me and make me some coins for my kids, and that was it. That's it. I mean, honestly, I would rather, if somebody put some silver in a Paydirt, I would much rather it be a silver dime or a silver war nickel or a silver quarter than silver shot, you know. I mean, while crystallized silver is really, really pretty, and I do appreciate the way it looks, again, I would probably rather have a silver coin, you know. I think they would be much better doing something like that where you say, okay, here's my Paydirt, and, you know, some will get silver dimes, some will get a silver quarter, because then there's a big difference between the two. That's kind of like, you know, your bonus bag for what kind of silver you get, you know. Finding, you know, like what did I find in those last two bags from Flash in the Pan? You know, it was $1.20 worth of silver. I would never be able to do anything with that. You know, it'd take me 10 years to accumulate enough where I could sell it, you know. Some limited edition Miller silver coins. I've thought about doing some, making some Miller coins or Miller rounds. But the tooling for it to get it done, I actually originally was looking at doing some gold ones. But again, the tooling, having to melt it, I don't trust anyone else to melt them, you know, and make me blanks. So maybe one day, I have to put that back in my idea. I did look into it, into making rounds. I didn't want to do silver rounds, or if I did do silver rounds, they would be really small, like 1 gram silver rounds. And then 1 grain silver gold rounds. You know, I did look into it though. It was just, you know, it was something that then I figured I would be the one wanting to make them, and then you got to buy a lot of equipment to do that. So then I gave up when I started seeing price numbers going across my screen. So maybe one day though. I like my gold-plated dimes too. I'm almost out of them. I think I got like a dozen left, something like that, and then they're gone. I'm not going to be doing gold-plated dimes at all, even for my Patreon members. So, you know, I think like the next 12 Patreon members that join my Patreon page will get one. And then after that, I'm going to switch to something else, so, which is still going to be a dime. It's just not going to be gold-plated anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I actually enjoy Paydirt. You know, I actually enjoy the different Paydirts themselves, you know. I understand why people put silver and stuff in there because they want you to find more stuff, you know. Especially on some of the lower priced bags. If you're doing a 1/4 gram bag, you know, there's not very many pieces of gold in there. So they add a little bit of silver. It makes you find a little bit more. But, you know, I would much rather them throw in little pieces of copper or something like that. Because at least copper, you know, it's pretty much worthless. It didn't cost them anything. It cost them, you know, 3 cents to throw it in there. Your kids can find it. I always like the copper bags more than silver bags. Thank you, Biermans. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I still need to get one of your Paydirts, Biermans. Probably wouldn't do a review on it, but I still want to get one because I always like that, those beach sands. So I do have you on my list. So I just have to get around to doing it. How do you become a Patreon member? You just join my Patreon. There we go. Here, I'll post it. There you go. Just follow that link, patreon.com/Miller Prospecting. And I'm pretty sure there's slots open in all the categories. I changed it up last month, so there should be. That'll be value of the dime are the ones. Yeah, I don't think so. I think there's still just going to be gold-plated dimes. Because the only thing that says Miller Prospecting is the 2x2 flip. And anyone can make that flip. I didn't even sign them. See, that's something. See, now I regret it. Now that I think about it, I should have signed every one of them, numbered them all. You know, maybe when I do my replacement, I've had a couple ideas for what I'm going to replace the gold-plated dimes with. It probably will be a transition where it'll just be something like a normal silver dime for a couple of months, but I am working on some other things, and they will be either numbered or signed or something like that. So I definitely need a new coffee mug. I know I was working on my website the other day, and I was working on my shopping cart. And it's just one of those things, you go into something, you're 100% guaranteed it'll work, and then you go to finalize it, and it doesn't work. So I haven't figured out how I'm going to add the products, because originally everything was going to be direct through my wholesaler, and now it looks like everything's going to have to go through me, and it's kind of flummoxing. So, but it's all still coming. They're all designed. Everything is designed. I have my shirts. I have my coffee mugs, things like that. They're all designed, and I have some more designs in the future to come out. I just have to build the cart system, and once I'm finished that, it'll be up. Hey LXR, how's it going? Cooking and working, there you go. And Banshee Mining, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So all right, I've been talking more than enough, because I'm going to be talking while I'm panning as well. But let's put up the panning cam, and then we're going to go pan out some of Thomas907 Paydirt. So here we go. It's a little bitty bag. Shouldn't probably take too long. I don't know, though. You know, he might have tricked me. He might have put a whole bunch of fine gold in here. So, but all right, let's put the panning up. There we go. Oh, just got rid of me altogether, huh? There we go. That was unexpected. I've been playing around with my OBS and, you know, didn't expect that. But all right, there's some nice water. I need to go get my finishing pan because I didn't bring it in here. So, all right, there we go. Set everything up. Put some gloves on. Open up the chat on my phone. We'll get there. We'll get there. Oh, who snuck in? Hey, Brian Stevens, how's it going? I am Zaxxon. How's it going? Bobby in the basement. Banshee week. Yes, most definitely. Right person. All right. I'm kind of losing focus here. I didn't have my phone set up. I was watching Brian over at Indiana Creek play with his blue bowl. All right, there we go. All right. Hey, Package Total, how's it going? Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully everyone's doing good. All right, let's pop some gloves on, open up this Thomas907 Paydirt. it down. Oh, wonderful ads. So there we go. There we go. We'll put this here while I finish getting everything ready. Some Thomas907 Paydirt. No, I've never actually wanted to use a Blue Bowl or Miller table or the spiral wheel. I've owned them, and they're just, it's, unless, you know, it's a great thing for like Brian, who's got a creek in his backyard that he can go prospecting at to get all that fine gold. But just when you're panning at home, it's just not worth it. You know, spending $200 to buy a piece of equipment to find a tenth of a penny worth of gold you missed from panning. And they're, you know, and plus another thing is, especially like, unless you have the room to permanently set them up, they're very finicky. You know, you have to keep going and fine tuning them until they're perfect. And then like here where I'm at, I would have to break it down probably every week or so to move it around in my basement. So then it'd be like, okay, now I got to spend another 2 hours fine tuning it just so I can use it for 30 minutes to catch a tenth of a penny of gold. But again, if you're going through a lot of material, you know, I would say like for Vendetta or somebody, but there's no gold in Arizona. So for him, it wouldn't be good. But, you know, some of you other guys who are out there prospecting, you definitely, you know, it might be worth it. But then again, you got to be missing a lot of gold to repay for something. So, hey, Amethyst, how's it going? Long time no see. I mean, because if you're a decent panner, I mean, it depends, again, what kind of gold you're finding. You know, if you're up there by Flower Gold Wizards, you know, then it might be worth it. But then again, you're better off then with a gold cube or something like that, you know. Not that hard. It is if you keep having to use them, if you keep breaking them down. Once you tune them and once you have them stable and level and all that. All right. I lost my other glove, but oh well. Only one of them's going in the water. So here we go. Let's open this up. See this material. Just another toy, yeah. I mean, it's the same reason why I don't use most of my sluices that I have, because just the setup on them, I'm like, okay, why don't I just go pan it out instead? One of these days, I'll set up a nice spot in my basement where I can just have all my little toys ready to run. That was my original plan. I've just never gotten to that. So there we go. Here's the material. Looks good. Oh, I thought, oh, seeing some gold. So it definitely has gold in it, you know? You always got to wonder when people send you stuff if they're, you know, like the Paydirt that Mike sent me that was nothing but micro fine flower gold. So, looks some interesting stuff. Looks like it's going to be fun to pan. $71 people. There we go. Can't complain about that. $3-gram Hasayapa. Again, I haven't reviewed Mike, either one of the Mikes, Gold Nugget Sales or Vendetta Prospecting, enough. I might have to start dropping 2 videos some weeks. Or just have them battle each other all the time. Yeah, Josh, I mean, originally when I built my studio, I had planned on adding in a part that wouldn't be soundproof, but then I could set up all my toys in. You know, I could have a recirculating system, then I could have my gold cube. But now that I have to rebuild my studio due to water incursions in the basement, I'm not going to be able to do that, so. I might still try and set up my gold cube permanently. Now that my testing rig, I've used it a few times, I might build a second one just for my gold cube. Oh, the gaw. There you go. See, I almost forgot too. Okay, I'll put that up there. Hold on. Thank you for reminding me. See, I totally forgot. Thank you for helping me give stuff away. I appreciate that. All right. Another dirt coming soon. Oh my. Well, I'll have to add that one. I'm sure everyone will have reviewed that new bag way before I get around to it too, just like the last bag. But I will add it to my, I've been, a lot of times, you know, one of these days I'll have to try and show some people my screenshot of my, but I have a memo tab where I have all the way up until December 31st, every Tuesday, every Saturday, what I plan to do, Paydirt wise, just so I can make sure I have all their, you know, information done. I can order it way in advance for my secret shoppers. But now I've been starting to leave a couple on blank for when, you know, sellers decide to surprise us all and put out new Paydyrts. All right, Vendetta, enjoy your garlic bread, brother. And the time with your wife and kids. Y'all need to start eating later. Only about 40 more minutes left in the show. You could have waited. Hey, Torchy on the run, how's it going? This is very sparkly. I don't know if you can see it, but definitely heavy material. A lot of sparkles. Yeah. Here, let me get rid of, I probably need to darken this screen some. There we go. Make it a little bit darker. Starting to see some gold. And all this nice shiny pixie dust stuff. What was that Paydirt seller? Constellation Paydirt. I miss them. I used to like their Paydirt. It was like 20 bucks a bag, but that stuff was it was just like Tinkerbell's, you know, kitty litter box or something, you know. Play around with your lights a lot. I hate my front forward light, which is another reason why I'm rebuilding my studio, because right now I have two overheads and I have to kind of turn them to face me when I'm doing my frontal camera. So I can't have them permanently set at a right color variant and stuff like that. So it's kind of a pain. But, and again, you know, even like these lights, you can see the reflection in the pan because this was all just cobbled together. And, you know, once you build something, you never know how it's going to work until you start doing it. And unfortunately, I only have about 6 inches to the wall where my camera is. So I couldn't place the camera the lights any further away so they don't show. I mean, originally I was going to put it right behind the camera, but then I wouldn't have an overhead light. And these lights the lights I use are about $100 each. I mean, so I only have 2 of them in the studio. And I've got 2 more on my Venmo list, as Josh would say. They're on my Amazon list because once I rebuild, I got to put in 2 new lights. Just so I can not have to play around with them so much during these shows. Yeah, I never understood that about the Scottish gold. I mean, I understand it's rare too, but, you know, even Aussie gold, unless it's big Aussie gold, I never saw the real. I mean, I know it's a higher carat, but, you know, yeah. All right, our home and zoo, go enjoy your dinner. Everyone needs to start eating dinner later. That's what I do. I don't eat dinner until after my show. But no, go enjoy your food, brother. Some more gold. There we go. Which one? These? This is my all-time favorite. If I could only use one pan, it would still be the Martin 4-stage. Because even, like, I tried the other day, I had a whole bunch of Paydirt I was trying to pan, and I only had my finishing pan with me. And I didn't feel like getting up and going to get this pan. So I was like, I'll just pan it out. These SE pans are just too flexible. They're horrible for that, which is probably why they changed the mold and made them the new pan I hate, so they weren't so flexible. But I miss my Suburban. I used to love my Suburban. I'm glad I did get rid of it, but, you know, because gas would have killed me the last couple of years, but yeah, I know the Scottish. The reasoning I've heard is not only is it's because it's super rare, which all gold is rare, and then it's a higher carat. But you know, the one thing is very seldom. You know, some again with the Aussie gold, once it gets larger, when you start seeing larger Aussie gold, you can generally tell on a lot of the pieces just how a gold looks, where it came from. But when you got gold that's 20 mesh and below, it's all the same gold. You can't test it unless you melt it, you know. So for bigger pieces, I think definitely, you know, rare specimens deserve better pricing, but stuff you're going to buy in Paydirt and stuff like that, getting the little half grams, shouldn't be. Oh, that's awesome, Anthony. Playing with fireworks full time. Can't beat that. Just be safe, brother. Yeah, the Martin pan. 4-stage Martin pan. I have a link in all my videos. Or if you go to my website, I have a links on my website. If you go to the store part and you go to equipment I use, I have links to all the equipment I use. From cameras to just the pans. More gold. Some really fine gold too. You can see it's all floating. Everything's starting to float. Let's get it down. Awesome. Still all the fine golds in the bottom of the pan. Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to Thomas907. You know, awesome to send me this Paydirt to play with for tonight's enjoyment. So be a good human. Subscribe to Thomas907. I think I have seen some of your videos, Anthony. I always loved fireworks. They used to have really great ones in Slidell, Louisiana. It was probably the best fireworks shows I've been to. The ones here, not so great. But there, you got to sit like, I mean, it probably might not have been the safest thing, but we were probably only 100 feet away from where they were shooting them. But they timed all the fireworks to music. They choreographed it all. So it was awesome. You'd be sitting in front of these huge speakers. You'd have pieces of fireworks falling on you after they exploded. It was great. David Simon. Oh, wait. I missed a message. So you have to give me a second. Yeah, it's always sucks to have to sell off all your stuff. Yeah, it was awesome. And they still do it every year. It was Slidell, Louisiana. Or I think they still do it. They might have stopped because of COVID. But it's the first fireworks show I've ever seen where they choreographed. You know, they didn't just play music. I mean, the music, if it hit a huge bass tone, there was a big firework. If it was, you know, small little music parts, they would have all the little ones going off. It was really good. And then they would change it too. So like, you know, I think the show lasted almost an hour. You know, you might hear a top 40 and then you'd hear, you know, a heavy metal song. You know, they would all be popular songs, so you've heard them over the time, you know, but it was really good. Well, there you go. Make sure everyone, if you want to check out some fireworks, go subscribe to Anthony Waite's channel. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Banks take you generally skin. But yeah, definitely everyone, if you're not a subscriber to Anthony Waite or Thomas907 or Banshee Mining, make sure you definitely go subscribe to him. HD Chevrolet, anyone in here, Tomcat Prospecting, whoever I'm seeing going on right now. You know, if you see someone in chat you're not subscribed to, check out their channel. You know, doesn't have to be now. Just write a little note down and say, oh, let me go check out. You know, if they're not putting out any videos, maybe just, you know, you don't have to obviously subscribe, but, you know, any of them that are putting out content, you know, everyone would love to have some new subscribers. Lots of fine gold in these. Tappy tappy, because I know there's a lot of fine gold still in here. Just waiting to go in my pan. I appreciate that, Anthony. And, you know, it's always, you know, it costs nothing to subscribe to each other's channel, you know. It does make it harder once you subscribe to a ton of people to find, you know, videos, but especially if you only check YouTube every couple of days. I mean, I check it twice a day for my subscribers. And I mean, there's some channels out there that post 10 or 12 videos a day, or they put 20 premieres coming up all at once. But so, which is why I tend to sometimes miss some videos, because, you know, someone will post 20 shorts and I just don't see somebody's video that got mixed in between them. But, you know, it costs nothing. It doesn't cost me a penny to be subscribed to everybody, so everyone should do that. You know, especially people in the community. You don't want to subscribe to every single YouTube channel, but, you know, especially people in the community. I will say, you know, I know a lot of people, and myself included, their first videos, don't stress them too much. They're going to be horrible. You're going to hate them later on. You know, you can be like, oh my God, I messed up this, I messed up that. And it's just, you know, you learn as you go and you post videos. You know, there's very few channels. I mean, you'll see some, these people that generally went into it thinking that this was going to be their career or something, you know, that they go out and put a lot of money into it right off the beginning. A lot of fine gold in this. And this stuff just wants to float. All right. I think it's finishing pan time. Yeah, got it all out. Yep. YouTube is horrible about that. I just, the other day, I was looking, like the day before yesterday, there was somebody I thought of, and I was like, oh, I haven't seen them post a video in a while, so I went and looked, and sure enough, YouTube had unsubbed me. And it wasn't a prospecting channel, it was one of the bigger channels that I typically watch. Anytime they put out a video. But he only puts out like one video a month, maybe 2 videos a month, not very often. It's called Baumgarten Restoration. It's a guy who restores old paintings, like Van Gogh paintings and things like that. Really awesome channel. But they had unsubbed me from him. Oh my. Hey, Bob can see, how's it going? Well, here, while I wait for this, I'm going to go check Anthony Wait and see if I'm subscribed to you, or if I've been unsubscribed. Yep. Yep, that's why I haven't been seeing. YouTube unsubbed me. You know. Well, there you go. You got another subscriber. I like the old Game Boys. I'm trying to find some old PlayStations. But PlayStations always seem to go up in price instead of down when they get old, but yeah, you have to get used to your voice. The only reason I think my voice sounds like it does is because I've been hearing it for years on YouTube. But I know the first couple times I recorded stuff, I was like, no, I got to change my audio settings or something. But nope, that's how I sound. And that's how I look. You know, I kind of knew what I looked like from mirrors and stuff like that, but PlayStation is the best. And what sucks is all the games I remember from when I was younger on PlayStation was are super expensive now too. So you can't even you splurge on a system, then you gotta pay big bucks for the games. So auto tunes for the YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I was reading somewhere that since the PS5 was essentially impossible to get unless you wanted to pay exorbitant prices for scalpers, that the PS4 sold, you know, so many million last year because people are giving up on the PS5 that they just figure, well, I might as well just go get the PS4 now. And the PS3 and all the other ones. So all their old games were selling better because nobody could get the PS5. I liked Paperboy. I used to, it's funny. I tell my kids all the time, like I used to play in arcades all the time. And, like Paperboy, Xevious, Defender, Atari, Dig Dug, all these games I grew up playing. I used to love them. And my daughter got me a couple of the like handheld ones, and I just suck at them. And I told her this is just a huge difference. Even like I had gotten like the little mini PlayStation that had all those old retro games, and it's just not the same from when you played them on the big old, dumping quarters in all the time. Yeah, I seldom play. The only time I really play my PlayStation really is when my son's over. Every once in a while I'll play, when a new game comes out that I really wanted. But then I get, stuff comes up and you put it away for a while. Hey, is A3 in the house? How's it going, A3? Thank you for joining us tonight. We're going through some Thomas907 Paydirt with a lot of fine gold. Oh, you get back up there. Yeah, definitely. If you haven't subscribed to Anthony, wait. Subscribe to him. He should be at 100 by now. By the end of the show. Thomas907. If you haven't subscribed to him, my good chat bot is telling y'all to subscribe. So. Work. Yeah, I never did enjoy. Well, some of the jobs I had I enjoyed, but those were usually the ones where I could drink a lot when I was at work, which wasn't a good thing, but at the time I enjoyed it. Yeah, these heavies aren't definitely not trying to move. I was panning some stuff out the day before yesterday, not for a review, just some Paydirt tailings I had. And it's the same thing. I had a lot of heavies that just drove me crazy, especially like on this. Typically I would just start switching pans and moving stuff because there's so much fine gold. You don't want the fine gold to get out while you're trying to be aggressive with the heavies. Yeah, I remember as a kid, my grandmother, who didn't live in the country, had sent me and my brother some money to be put in a savings account. And, I mean, it was a good chunk. I mean, for kids, it was a good chunk of change. I think it was like $250 each. And so my parents put it in the savings account for us. And, we'd ask them all the time, can we go get some? And they said, no, it's your savings for when you're old. And we remembered, we found out that our names were on the checking accounts too. So it wasn't just, my parents' name, it had and Dylan Miller, and my brother's was and. So we went to the bank and they let us take it out. And we got it all in quarters. Yeah. We went, oh, can I get $10 out? Yeah. Next day, okay, that didn't last long enough. Could we get $20 out? Next day, that didn't last long enough. Could we get $50 out? I think that was right when Gauntlet came out too. The 4-player Gauntlet games. I think that's where the most of the money went to. Yeah. Well, that's when I used to bartend. So you kind of get used to drinking and working. It's kind of the norm, My bosses didn't always approve of it, but, most of the time you can figure out ways that they didn't know, Oh, I need to restock beer. Come back with a 5-pack instead of a 6-pack, Yeah, you can actually do stuff with quarters. I actually do like, I don't drink anymore, but I do know it's really cool that there's a lot of places starting to open bars. They have one of them here. They have video games in them, and while you're drinking, you can play all the video games for free. So they have, and they're all like old school games, which are really cool. I went once, a couple of years back, but never, unfortunately they are bars, so kids can't go. So I don't want to go and just be drinking Coke and playing video games. Be that one weird old guy. Contra. I remember Contra. That was another quarter eating machine. All right. Yeah, it's funny. Before I started bartending, I remember I used to always ask the bartenders, "Oh, you want to do a shot with me or this?" And they, no. And it was typically girl bartenders. They say, "No, we can't drink where we're working," and stuff like that. And then when I started bartending, I realized they were just saying that because they didn't like me. And they just didn't want to drink with me. But so there we go. Still a couple little heavies in there that just defying my panning for the moment. So see, this is where typically I might use tweezers just to pop those couple heavies out, but Street Fighter 2. See, I like the Street Fighter games until everyone figured out all the unbreakable moves. Like I remember I'd go and play Street Fighter, and then all the little kids started figuring out, like left, up, down, left, and you couldn't do anything, and they'd beat you in 2 seconds, and it stopped being fun at that point. So there we go. Nice little pile. You can't really see it, but there's still a lot. There's a lot of Fowler gold on this side. I'm definitely going to have to rework the dirt tomorrow as well. So there we go. But that means it's ugly mug time. But we will be giving away a little bag of Paydirt, so might ease having a look at the ugly mug. That's awesome, Anthony. It's always good when people feel better. So here we go. Yeah, I haven't played pinball in a long time. I worked at one bar where we had pinball machines, and I used to play them all day to try to avoid the video poker machines, but it usually didn't work. So there we go. Nice little pile of gold. Let's shrink that down so you can look at the ugly mug, and we can give away some Paydirt. Of course, the gold always has to sit right in the reflection, Usually the pan's moving all around tonight. It just stopped dead. The pan did not move because it's sitting right in the reflection. All right. Let me get my stuff ready. Make sure, if you haven't already, there is a pinned comment in the top of the live chat. Make sure you go up there and leave a comment so you have a chance of winning some Paydirt. All right, I'm going to open up my chat. Nope, not doing that. Well, glad you came and popped in, Anthony. And hey, how's it going, GS Prospecting? Mike Wolf, how's it going? Chili cheeseburgers. Oh, man, see, I haven't eaten dinner yet. I was going to have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches tonight to get rid of some bread. Now I want a hamburger. I do have to go grocery shopping, and there are places on the way home, so who knows. So, all right. Still have a bag of Paydirt to give away. Over here, we'll put it over here. Miller Prospecting Zone, Indiana Paydirt, with an 1/8 gram of gold in it, and maybe a possibility of finding a 1/4 gram nugget. I'm pretty sure somebody already found that, or a 1/4 gram picker. But you still get a bag of Paydirt, unless you're one of the following people: Jeff Davis, Richard B., KC Sering, Charles King, Kristen B2263, Bob Can See, 406 Miner, PA Patriot Prospecting, the one and only Jeff Jones, and Stephen LeBlanc. So if you're one of those people, you're ineligible, and we're going to give away another bag of Paydirt. So make sure you go and leave a link. Well, there you go. As long as you're enjoying it. Hey, lots corner. Yeah, peanut butter jelly time. Because that's why I was like, man, I got to get rid of some bread before it goes bad. And I do love peanut butter and jelly, so, you know. That with some bananas, I was going to be rocking. But now I want a chili cheeseburger, so. My son does that all the time. I call them. Usually I eat right after I call them. And he always tells me, oh, man, we went and got Five Guys Freddy's, or we went Freddy's custard. And I'm like, man. I'm like, now I want to go get something. So, all right, let me open up, make sure everything is set for the giveaway on my end. Make sure all the comments are going through. And yes, YouTube is working. So there we go. So we got about 5 minutes, maybe 2 or 3. Yes, I am in Indiana. I'm in very southern Indiana. So this material is actually in probably in the middle of Indiana. I went and got this material when I was visiting Brian over at Indiana Creek Prospecting. So I was visiting him, and I was actually, this is from a different area. I had rented a property that was on its own stream. So me and my kids could go out and, you know, shoot a video that I've never released, and I probably never will, because I've never even gone through the footage. I lost a lot of the footage, so. But I was up there and I collected some material. I think I brought back like 4 gallons. So, and I'm almost out of it. I'm down to the last couple. You know, I'm definitely gonna have to go up northern Indiana again and get some more material sooner than later. So, my glove. There you go. Well, maybe I'll have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a chili cheeseburger. So. Hey, Robinson Prospecting, how's it going? CSI Deacon, no, you did not, sadly, I apologize. Want to work in Snow Lake, Indiana? I have no idea where that is. Where I live, I know my town and like the 2 towns next door, and that's it, you know. Indiana was not where I wanted to end, you know, be my final stop, so, you know. I don't really travel too much around here. It's funny, actually, I usually leave, whenever I go places, it's, you know, Louisville, Kentucky, or St. Louis, Missouri. You know, I'm usually going out of state, you know, Tennessee, places like that, you know. I generally leave, since I'm right on the border, so I'm right on the border of Kentucky, so it's a lot easier for me to go somewhere else, you know, than up north. Yes, it does. It does. Chicken parm for dinner. I actually have that on my list to make with my kids. So I'm not. That's not going to get me wanting it tonight, because I know it's on my list for my kids. Another person with burgers. Joey Brown, how's it going? So all right, let me take the panning off. Make sure everything is ready, and we're going to go give away a bag of Paydirt. Now, I think I have one more bag after this, and then we're going to get some new Paydirt. So if you don't win today, or you don't win next week, don't fret, because the next bags will be much better. I will have more gold in them. These only have an 1/8 gram of gold in them, and the next bags will have more gold in them. So, you know, gold kind of was up there right when I built it, and then it dropped a whole bunch, and I don't feel like making new bags. And, you know, somebody who got it one earlier out of this batch wouldn't be happy if I added gold to the later in the batch. So, you know, don't stress, but if you don't win today or next week, you know. But all right, let's go And I will remember to shrink down the ugly mug, and we're going to give away. I got to get rid of the background first. We're going to give away some Paydirt. So there we go. See? Miller Prospecting. Best website on the internet. Other than some of the Paydirt sellers. But see, you can see recommended sellers. And those are just in random order. There's no top 1, top 2, top 3, top 4. And I actually need to add a 5th one to it. But see? Gold Bay, Gold Nugget Sales, Vendetta Prospecting, and Lynch Mining. And there's probably should be a couple more on there. But, you know, a lot of them I prefer if they've been around for a while. So at least a year selling. But all right, let's go. Go to the YouTube random comment. And we're going to pull a name. And again, as always, YouTube or its affiliates have nothing to do with this giveaway. This is 100% on me, by me. So give me the shiny. There you go. Well, good luck, everybody. Let's pop that link in there. See who won. Fetch. Unless you've already won before. If I pull somebody's name that's already won, we'll just skip your name and go to the next person. So, because if you're ineligible, you're ineligible. No replies. 78. There we go. Let's pick a winner. Good luck, everybody. There you go. He finally won. I told him it'd be a big payday when he did win. But Old Sasquatch Prospecting did finally win. Well, congratulations. Now, as always, you have to post something in the live chat before the end of the show, Old Sasquatch, or you lose it. But the good thing is, Old Sasquatch, in 2 days, and after next Tuesday, you'll be eligible again. So finally, now he can no longer say he has never won. He deleted his name and hide him. But all right, there you go. Old Sasquatch finally won. That means you got to look at the ugly mug, Old Sasquatch. But congratulations, brother. You finally won. Now make sure you email me. I don't know if you have my email or not, but here we go. There you go. Make sure you email me and I'll send this off to you. I might throw in something a little extra for you since you're a mod. You're my only mod that's not a Patreon member. I only have 3 mods, but you know. He died. Send this to David Simon. Well, all right, David Simon, email me. Still email me though, just to remind me. Old Sasquatch, because, you know, I'm old. I might actually just look up your info from an old email or something. Or, maybe I don't. I don't know if I've ever sent you anything. But yeah, send me something, and I'll send you something anyway, Old Sasquatch. I'll find something. And then, David Simon, email me, and I'll send this off to you as well. So, but Saturday, and you know, Saturday we will have a premiere coming out. Last Saturday's video, I didn't want to make a premiere just because it was about selling gold and I was kind of tired and didn't feel like it. But this Saturday will be a premiere, and we're going to be doing an equipment review. We're going to be going through the Fox sluice and running it through its paces. And then next Tuesday, we're going to be panning out some, who's it from? A3 Sky Warrior. So we're going to be going through some A3 Sky Warrior next Tuesday. So, but until then, I really want to thank everyone who donated tonight, all my Patreon members, and everyone who subscribes to me and then comes and looks at my ugly mug for a live show to watch me pan some stuff out. Thank you very much to Thomas907 for sending me that Paydirt. I appreciate it. It was really fun stuff, and I'm definitely going to go through it again tonight. And see, Streamlabs is even telling you to be a good human. Make sure you go and subscribe to Thomas907 because, again, he was awesome to send me that Paydirt. So it's always nice when somebody sends me some Paydirt that I can pan out, and you know, I don't have to go out and buy some and maybe get skunked on it. You know, it's always a good time. So, and thanks everyone who went and subscribed to Anthony Waite's channel and made him feel a little bit better today. So, you know, everyone needs to pick up every once in a while, and subscribing to each other definitely picks people up. So, but I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna gotta go do some grocery shopping. Get stuff set up for Saturdays, I still have to finish editing that video. But I will post a results video. Tomorrow will just be pictures, no ROI because, you know, I didn't pay for this bag. But I will post some pictures. Try and get some really detailed pictures of the gold so everyone can see just all that little fine gold in there. But until then, I will hopefully see everyone on Saturday for the premiere, or if not, at least next Tuesday so we can pan out some Paydirt from A3 Sky Warrior, which I'm pretty excited to go through. So, till then, thanks for watching. Happy panning. And you know what? Check me out next Tuesday if you haven't already. But thanks, everyone. Have a great week. I hope everyone finds a lot of gold this week. Has a great weekend. And I'll see you Saturday or Tuesday. Later.